Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time you see our program, for you will bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I must start with today's morning show. The Athletic don't drop a big bomber today. Now, the Athletic on the report, can they let us know say Edu Gaspar will be the former Arsenal sporting director, had this mindset that Gyokeres is not better than Kai Havertz. Gyokeres is not an upgrade to Kai Havertz, which was why him con the focus on Benjamin Sesko. When I saw this, because you know what's happening, the Athletic con they give us like a timeline from how we started, who we dey look for, till where we dey now. But let everybody know say ab initio no be Gyokeres Arsenal dey find, and why Arsenal no dey find Gyokeres in the beginning, and how they now ended up with the Gyokeres. So in the midst of that timeline, when I dey observe, I just dey read through, I can't see this particular info. Say when Victor Gyokeres was assessed by Edu Gaspar and his recruitment staff like Jason Aito, I mean Deputy Aito. Now, he was profiled as a second tier player, like Shipak, who could complement Kai Havertz, but was not necessarily an upgrade. Man, he did not look an obvious fit for Arsenal game model under Mikel. So when I read this analysis, this profile, I went mad. In my mind, I was like, what type of judgments does Edu Gaspar have? Some days ago, I made a statement. I said, this thing where Andrea Beretta do for this window, go do like this. I said, Edu Gaspar no fit run am. Some people were arguing with me. I just ignored them. I know them. I just ignored them. This is a prime example of what I was saying. What kind of judgment is that? How can you come out and say a false nine is better than this true nine where they bombard goals? Even if you want to talk, say Kai Havertz they play for the EPL, maybe Gyokeres they play for Sporting Lisbon for another shitpacker league. Baba, if two of them play for this EPL, I go tell you for free say Gyokeres go there. Like, is it energy? Is it pace? Is it trickery? Like, what do you want call? Is it agbara? What do you want? Like, I was disappointed. I was angry. Not just angry, I was livid. Like, I was super angry. Why? If not this type of judgment you use throw away Gyokeres, that means the people where they buy before, you could have gotten better players for us. But your judgment was flawed. This is crazy. Crazy. Now, make I take you through the timeline, make you understand the context, the pretext, and the post-text which we are at now. You get, make I show you how everything started with the Athletic. Because don't forget, Gunner Blog is the Arsenal arm of the Athletic. Don't forget. Now, the beginning. At the turn of July, Mikel Arteta emphasized the urgency of the striker situation. He wanted the situation resolved ahead of pre-season, and Arsenal's challenging early fixtures gave the club further impetus to complete a deal as soon as possible. Because when you look at our calendar, you say people, you no go deny, say we get tough games. Our first 6 games now confirm. They play Newcastle, they play Liverpool, they play Manchester City, they play Manchester United, they play Nottingham Forest. Like, when you look at our early games, so we needed to have a very, very strong squad. That is why Andrea Beretta signed all these people so that they will do pre-season and we will start the league and hit the ground running. Because if you know beef up your squad well, there's a possibility Man City can beat us. Man City is no small. The possibility Liverpool will knock us. The possibility that Manchester United will defeat maybe a shit pack on that day they will shock everybody. So that is why we needed to beef up our own squad. And I thought I don't draw the blueprint for them. Say, see, we need to bring in men players. Very, very key. That's what we need to do. So I think I don't already ring them for their ear. It gets. So in mid-June, Andrea Beretta flew to Menorca for in-person talks with Sporting Lisbon over Gyokeres. So it was a significant moment for all Arsenal interests in Benjamin Sesko. There had never been a summit such as this. You get, because this is then you see the look Benjamin Sesko, the look at. Now, despite appearing to prefer Benjamin Sesko, which nobody can deny, early on, Sesko would prefer. At the start of the summer, Mikel Arteta came to agree on targeting Victor Gyokeres. When weighing up the various criteria under consideration, manager and club were aligned that this was the best deal for Arsenal. And kudos to Andrea Beretta 100 that they give him any day, anytime, because now he convinced Arteta and the board, say, this guy, I don't follow him for long. I get him dossier, I get all in data. I wanted to sign him for Atletico Madrid, but now I'm no longer there. So I think he will be the best person as long as Natalton won't win now. If to say maybe not one win now, maybe now they look for future, Sesko will be the best because he's young. He has a lot of return on investments because that guy keep playing the next 10 years. Gyokeres cannot play the next 10 years. You get, based on his age. So if you want to win now, to pacify your hungry audience, your hungry fans who need success now, you need to sign this one. So at the end of all the debates, because obviously, remember that time when they don't say Arteta did disagreements with Andrea Beretta, now all this talk. At the end of the day, Arteta, being who he is not an authoritarian. In listen. When you are in a debate with somebody and you hear a superior argument, you have to conform, you have to concur. So Arteta said, okay, since now what you talk, oh yeah, make we run them. So they gave Andrea Beretta the go ahead to move on. Meanwhile, Arsenal considered the costs for Benjamin Sesko to be too high and struggled to make significant headway in talks. Their chemistry with his agent did not mesh easily. Later, concessions were made by the Sesko camp, but it was too late. It was too late. Because when they don't say, if like say Arsenal don't move on, they're going to say, okay, oh yeah, I'm going to come now for reduce the price. It was too late. It was too late then. Our mind, body, souls, everything don't move on. Now, Arsenal's ownership were attracted to the idea of recruiting Benjamin Sesko due to the idea of recruiting a young player with upside and the prospect of increasing in value. Now, what I just explained now. So if you look, say, okay, person will play the next 10 years with a young, if he still develop, you go for this one. But if now you want win, you want to win, you cannot be going for this one. Benjamin Sesko's camp took an aggressive negotiating position in talks with Arsenal, which didn't go down well in North London. Nevertheless, constructive contacts continued and lengthy talks were held with Sesko's camp, with RB Leipzig aware of the interest Arsenal had in him. Now, Benjamin Sesko's camp had built a strong relationship with both Edu Gaspar and Jason Aito. However, upon Andrea Bertta's arrival, despite believing he was still first choice, the striker representative did have some concerns the transfer could be jeopardized. You see the timeline as the athletic builder. In March, Jason Aito was preparing a visit to Germany to try to make advances on Benjamin Sesko because he with your guy will be Edu Gaspar and the person they don't pick for Arsenal be this. Gyokeres came firmly into contention because Andrea Beretta come, he scattered that travel plan. Don't travel, don't go anywhere, don't follow anybody and talk anything. You get, don't already tell them on phone, say nothing. See the person with me I want, make we sign. Now, when Victor Gyokeres was assessed, now they come, now I see that when I read the timeline and I see I'm a shock. I say, Jesus, Edu Gaspar, you don't finish us. When Victor Gyokeres was assessed by Edu Gaspar and his recruitment staff, he was profiled as a second-tier player who could only complement Kai Havertz, but was not necessarily an upgrade. Mad! He did not look an obvious fit for Arsenal game model under Arteta. Who told you that? Who told you that? Before you get so, in the midst of all these things, me personally, Edu Gaspar's judgment in this case, if to say maybe bring in Kai Havertz comparison, you just talk say maybe feel say Gyokeres fit come to the league and Bera, I will understand that. But when you now say he is not an upgrade to Kai Havertz, okay, who can be the upgrade to Kai Havertz? That's cool. If Gyokeres is not an upgrade, is it now Sesko that is an upgrade? Like, I don't understand. The thing, it burst my brain, like I don't know how to respond. When I read that report, I was quiet for like some minutes. to the vex. To the vex. Because I can't look, if not this type of judgments, if they use bring players for us, then we would have missed a lot. Many players would look like, say, this one amendment, this one amendment. You go there and say, this is a second tier player, Jerry. This one not good enough. God, so then I just see how we got to where we are. Now, away from that, now Victor Gyokeres, from what I hear, they already traveled to Singapore. They don't deal with the squad, so he's going to be in attendance to watch his new Arsenal teammates face Newcastle at the Singapore Stadium today. And before the match they go play today against Newcastle, 12:30 p.m. Nigerian time, Victor Gyokeres will be unveiled to the crowd 30 minutes before kickoff as Arsenal face Newcastle today. So we'll see how the match will actually go. Yes, we'll observe the match. Now, Gyokeres said they talk tough. Baba talk say, I want to prove myself. Because he say no few wait. I talk yesterday, I know few wait to score in first goal. He say to be a part of this club and to score in this kit with this badge in front of all the supporters, we said all this in the morning, but come down. You can talk say it's a big honor. You get in fact he say now to come here to a club on Arsenal's level, I think it's going to help me perform even better with the amazing players in this team. I'm really excited to get going. So I like the fact say the guy they talk tough, you get let everyone say me, I don't complain. Even Piers Morgan will be one of the most ferocious attackers of Mikel Arteta in recent times, although he don't the mellow small. He got the talk say massive shirts to fill, but I have great confidence in Gyokeres because he has great confidence in himself, a brilliant striker at the top of his game, clearly desperate to play for us, love his scoring record, best in Europe, work ethic, attitude, let's go. Victor, let's go. This is Victor Gyokeres, you see. It has brought a lot of excitement to the Arsenal camp. Both fan base, both player, staff, it has brought a lot of excitement. And the next person will come cement everywhere and I very cheesy. Once that one just fall in, baba, bring anybody they come, bring anybody, make they come. Next season, each CEP and next season go sweet to watch. By the end of the day, we'll pray. Say injuries don't go come our way. Injuries will ever come, sure, but make it not be injury will keep person out for 6 months, 1 year, all those anterior cruciate ligament injury there. We don't want those things. All those grade 5 hamstring are fair. So we need, even if the injury maybe a bruise, small shaking, something like that. Because injury in another thing will change your trajectory. Like what happened to us last season. We don't want that type of thing this season. Now, away from that. So people like Sol Campbell, come aside. But know they face with the excitement. You can come aside when they talk about Gyokeres in a different light. Because they talk to see, Arsenal don't sign Gyokeres. Yes, that is true. But will that be enough for Arsenal to win the Premier League next season? No. That will not be enough. Because in the talk say, you need 2 strikers to trouble other teams. You can't always rely on just 1 striker. Because what if he can't get injury? Will be the reason why they play against now. What if he can't get injury? The team's performance will drop. So it's important to have a main one and have another really good backup. Sometimes they can play together. Sometimes one's on the bench and one comes on. It can be good to get a slightly older one who has been there, seen it, done it, and can come on when you need something to happen for 20 minutes. But they are top quality. What did they talk? Is it the right line? Yes. But is it really a realistic achievement for us? Is it something we can do? No. Financially, it's not something we can do right now. Because you need to look at wishes. What do you wish for? They say wishes were horses beggars to ride. Yes, I would love us to have 2 top strikers. Yes, get a Benjamin Sesko, add to Gyokeres. But is it probable? No. It cannot be done. Because we don't have that financial capacity, that financial clout to actually get it done. We cannot do it. That is the honest truth. So in as much as Campbell, they come from that angle, I respect his opinion, but it is not feasible. Not be something what we feel do now. Where the money, where you want, how we want to do it. The reason you see Liverpool, they spend the records abandoned, they are going to be like the highest spenders this summer transfer, is because when we were spending the previous time, they never spent. Now don't forget, say, and Slots came in and didn't buy anybody. He bought Federico Chiesa. How much? So that was why their transfer kitty, or rather, that is why their transfer kitty is very, very big. So you don't go to compare the way with Liverpool, because I see many people making that mistake. And Liverpool don't spend so amount. Why is this? You cannot compare the way Liverpool are approaching transfer window with the way we Arsenal they approach them. We are not the same. Moreover, they can't win the league. So then get much money. So they are over FFP and PSR compliant. So money where they spend, I calculate and say like 2 transfer window money they spend compared to us. So now the right mindset, now the right way you go look at. There is no way we will spend. If we buy this abilities now, we go say we don't spend at least close to 300. At least, because that's 68, close to 300. So where the extra money one day? And who is the top striker? Answer me like say Watkins is not for sale. Shana Benjamin says we want to go buy 80 million or 100 million euros. Where the money day? So like if you buy the abilities, don't forget you are still looking at getting a left-sided winger. Like there is the money is not there. That is my own personal humble opinion. But if you disagree, you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What Campbell is saying is right, but is this something we can do right now? No. That's why yesterday I said, you go get some problems so we know we'll see if he fix. Like getting 2 top striker. Because as it did, nobody even regard Kai Havertz as a top striker, because in the first place, it's not a true 9, it's a false 9. So now just now arrange, not be follow come. You play it and follow come. You get. So that one are converted. So moving on subsequent windows, we will see how Arsenal will navigate through all this. Yes, but let's hope Gyokeres doesn't get injured. Kai Havertz go there the assistant. He gets. But another thing maybe gonna look say, as we won't promote Gyokeres, could it be that Arsenal could still go to maybe a league that we don't know of, or maybe a league that we even know of, and get another striker that we don't really know much about to come and replace Gyokeres? Because when you ask Gyokeres to leave, you only have Gyokeres and Kai Havertz. Nobody else to come into. Like I don't really know Shabomo the watch time still day. Anything can still suck, but I really doubt we are going to be bringing a household name to become a number 3 striker or number 2. Maybe Kai Havertz will come and relegate and become the 3rd name in the pecking order of strikers, or probably go back to the midfield where they bought him ab initio to come and play. So these are all the things that you really kaku for your head. Now, Ben Jacobs can they tell us the story of this Yoane Wissa. Yoane Wissa is about to pull a Gyokeres on Brentford. Now, when Ivan Toney left, Brentford promised this guy, say, if we receive a fee or a bid of around 26 million pounds, we will let you go. Now, what did they tell him? Now, Newcastle have done more than that, over about 30-something million. Brentford said no. They will only sell for 50 million plus. Now the players refuse to resume pre-season. He refused to train. He said no go play for them because Ben Jacobs going to say more on exclusive Yoane Wissa story. Newcastle has been told that unless they pay 50 million pounds and above, they will not get Wissa. Verbal pacts broken, allowing 26 million exits after Ivan Toney left last summer. Wissa refusing to train. He views Newcastle as once in a career chance to play Champions League football, because there is no way Brentford will qualify for Champions League. Newcastle are there. So him now, for a resume, he want to say, okay, well, at least for once in my career, I play Champions League, which is like the holy grail, the biggest competition apart from the Club World Cup, where we say clubs they relish to involve in based on the revenue generation they get from there and the pride of players. Champions League, they make players, they say, I don't go join this one, I go join this one. Champions League. I would make us senior Manchester United this time around in terms of poaching and recruiting players. Very key. Now, still on this Yoane Wissa story, Sammy Mokbel, call the talk, say, Yoane Wissa is in fiery talks with Brentford DOF, Director of Football, Phil Giles, as he threatens not to play for the club again if he's not permitted to move to Newcastle. Wissa believes the club are reneging on agreements to let him go, plus talks between Giles and Newcastle chief Andre Howe. Now, I said this thing earlier. Footballers should stop agreeing verbal agreements. Oh, I will let you go. Oh, 26 minutes. If you enter, I will let you go. Because at the end of the day, even if you go for court of law, it becomes he said, she said, Because this one I will agree say you in tell you say 26 million. You go then say, don't you tell me. Put it in writing. Put it in writing. Kunha did it. Kunha of Wolves. In your na writing, they put am in writing say, if so amount come, I go leave club just come, trigger am. Whether selling club they happy or not, go call anybody, no concern anybody. You go find your square root. That is the way it is supposed to be done, not verbal. Because if me and you get an agreement with mouth, okay, I go give you 500,000. At the end of the day, I can't say na lie, I no talk so. You say I talk so, Baba. Now he said, she said, he be. You can't prove it anywhere. Even though between me and you, we know say truly I talk am. But now he said, that's why when they talk about this Gyokeres matter, when they say Hugoviana and I agree the agreement, Hugoviana has never come out to say yes, I did the agreement. Which means at the end of the day, it is a said, she said, unless you can provide a written documentation to that effect that Hugoviana's signature is there, you get. That is when everybody will believe, say yes, you had that agreement. Say Gyokeres get that agreement. Because now still this same scenario, Gyokeres should have done what Master Spoon had done, or did rather. Put it in a written agreement. So that anywhere on our cargo, we will show anybody. That's what it be. Now, in fact, some people are suggesting that the reason we make Gyokeres agent Hassan Shetinkaya never release that thing, maybe in the realm of speculation, in lawyer advice, I'm saying never release that. Still hold down. But we see where the matter go. If the matter go, because don't forget, Sporting Lisbon are requesting for £291,000 from Gyokeres as a payment or another punishment for refusing to come to training, because it is a breach of his contract. You get, so we never really know how that matter will end. Please, are they keenly interested in following that matter, especially the legal aspects? They can see where it will end. So look at what Wissa is doing too. Now, away from Wissa, Reiss Nelson to Fulham is expected to be Arsenal's next transfer move, according to Fabrizio Romano. So he can explain, say, after Arsenal run that deal, they will come face a very easy. That's what we are seeing, because Arsenal, even Nicolo Shearer, they talk, say, Arsenal are ready to submit a bid for Crystal Palace, or rather to Crystal Palace, as they push to sign a very easy. So all this one a good step. I really love what is going on, because I know, say, like Fabrizio Romano talked this morning, the player is sold on the idea of playing for Arsenal. Like, who nobody sold? Especially when you see the people they enter Arsenal, men, they see quality. You said we go on join them, because before these people even came, Arsenal they good already, finishing second 3 times in a row, no be beans. Now they can't add all these people to become the icing on the sweet cake. God. So obviously, I know the player will want to join. Now, let's move away from that. Christian Nogard, on the review, say, as in there, say, Inofi turned down the chance to play for Arsenal, and one chat with Mikel Arteta sealed the deal. The Dane, who say there's a lot of competition, but for me, it was a chance to represent Arsenal at the age of 31 and play Champions League. I am coming to a later stage in my career, and I signed a new deal with Brentford, but when the interest came from Arsenal and after my first talks with Mikel, it was very clear to me that I would do everything to be able to play here, to get the adventure, to be part of a team that had such big ambitions. It's for me an amazing step to take this stage in my career. Yes, I really respect your fighting spirit. So they're going to ask, I said, whether I'd already settled in for Arsenal, and say, well, for the friend who will play against Newcastle, I've been able to be with the team from day one of preseason, and it has benefited me a lot. I'm much further down the line in terms of the integration. If to say maybe just join now, before they had small, but you don't deal with the team since. It's such a good group, such a good group of staff, and the whole team around made everything very, very easy. Now, there is this prophetic picture where many people don't share for social media. Say it don't happen before, whether it will happen again. They say the only time where Arsenal finished second 3 times in a row, the 4th time they won the league. We don't finish second 3 times in a row. The 4th time this is where we enter. Are we going to win the league? Nobody knows. But more will see waiting this season, because I know go lie for you. I've never been so excited entering a new season. never been this excited because in the last how many years, we've never had a good striker like this. What's it with the get now converted? We've never had somebody who say they put fear. Nobody say we no get striker who score 20 goals in the past. So we had Aubameyang. But I'm talking about a striker that strikes fear in the minds of the opposition. Gyokeres. We've never had something like that. A striker that had that physical build. We will say if they give him ball, you go get confidence. They no fit bully him. It's like a beast. We've never had that. We've never had that in a long while. So for the first time, we are having it. Nobody knows what will happen next season. Our rivals are downplaying his achievements. Fine, no problem. But we'll see what next season. Like I'm so excited, man. Now, Gyokeres on why he rejected Manchester United. But what can I explain? Say, whoa. Arsenal actually appeals to him, so I don't want to waste time around. We talk about when he played against us last season, we are difficult to play against, so I don't waste much time into that one. So Sporting Lisbon don't give that farewell yesterday. I posted the video, but some of the words where they write, they in Portuguese, so I don't really understand them. So the song, when they interpret them for English, they can't talk say what they were saying was Gyokeres is one of the best in their history. One of the best in their history. Probably why they don't want to let them go. If that be the case, one upon the torment and you want to see the torment, he don't come up, say don't come out. What if it's £291,000 where Sporting but no fee wave, where they no fee leave? What if he be? You know what he do for now. If you can open your mouth and say it's one of the best in your history, let him go. With the Gyokeres is on his way. Okay, I think I've taken this report. We don't go Singapore already, so no issue. Now, in a twist of events, you don't believe say Morgan Gibbs White don't sign new contract for Nottingham Forest. See with their owner. He signed a new contract. You know, say Newcastle be one triggering clause. But Nottingham Forest won't carry them go the FA, reports them say, how did I say Newcastle Tottenham Hotspur? How did Tottenham Hotspur know the exact figure to trigger the clause? That is a breach of agreement, because it be like say Morgan Gibbs White and the agent, they signed a non-disclosure agreement form that what is in this contract, you must not tell any soul. It has to be between you and us. So how Tottenham Hotspur content no say if you go pay so amount, Nottingham Forest will be compelled to let you go the exact amount. If to say they get sense, they will even add maybe like 1 or 2 extra million on top. But you want to be too smart. You get what trigger them. Fine, you know, say this thing, I know we say that the first time people they do ammo. Agents they tell people say, okay, like Arsenal case now. Shetinkaya tell us say if you pay so, the guy will leave come join you now because he has a gentleman agreement to come and join. But Shetinkaya does not have a non-disclosure agreement. Morgan Gibbs White then get out with Nottingham Forest. That is why Nottingham Forest people talk say because of you, somebody tell you, even though nobody want to agree, say I don't tell them, but somebody might tell you, and because of that, this deal is null and void. Because normally, when somebody triggers a player's clause, exit clause, you are compelled. It's mandatory. Whether you like them or not, as a selling club, you don't have a choice. But in this case, they follow the legal way and they scatter the deal. The guy don't sign the contract. That new contract will sign. I don't say nobody happy. There will be some concessions. Say, okay, no worry, we'll let you leave next season. All those kinds of things. But ensure you have it in writing, because next season, no one here, I don't want to trade for you again. I don't want to trade. Now, Nigerian women, they won the WAFCON. So this is the 10th time with them they win now, and they play against Morocco. This match, I'm not gonna lie for you. The match, I watch them, and the first half was, I don't know what I would say, disappointing, because first half Morocco felt they beat Nigeria women 2-0. Everybody felt it was all over. Like Super Falcons now. Morocco going to play as in, I think the first goal was scored. I remember like 70 minutes or 60 something minutes. We scored 2 goals in 7 minutes. Back, 2-2. Everybody stand up. So what did they happen before you know? 3-2. That's what we know. Whether they interview Aziza to show after the match, say we did the remontanda. That match, everywhere scattered and Twitter catch fire. But at the end of the day, I'm very, very happy to say at least they retained a crown that they won very, very long time ago. So to let everybody know, say we are still the African champion, and they don't win the competition the most. So at the end of the day, are they happy with them? Now, Gyokeres is saying, I'm hungry. I always want to score. No stop. Arsenal fans, they know that. Yes. So I watch one video where we do with Arsenal. I call the Arsenal and say, are you a last-minute hero that can score the final goal, or a hat-trick hero? Say, maybe hat-trick heroes, they love to score like mad. Yes. Now, Alexander Isak believes he can win all the titles if he ends up joining Liverpool. Shebi na wetin you talk about ambition. If you have ambition to win everything, you don't go one step for that Newcastle. In fact, do you even know that Al Hilal promised this guy, offered him 700,000 euros per week? He rejected it. With due respect, he said he won't play Champions League football. You know, they talk say maybe Al Hilal no good, but with due respect, he won't play another team. Now let's bring the message from one of our sponsors, Mobile Wealth Associates and Co Limited. They're into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 80 34, and they're located at number 7 Ekenuwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of their services, please do reach out to them. So the biggest news of the day, the Athletic, when they revealed to us why Edu Gaspar no go for Gyokeres, why he was going for Benjamin Sesko. Edu Gaspar feels say Gyokeres is not better than Kai Havertz, it's not an upgrade. Highest, he go compliment Kai Havertz in a shit packer and at 6 seconds tier play. Well, it is what it is. So I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and ends. Like, come your way later in the evening to give you the evening news. So then thanks for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your day. That came out. All right, guys. Ciao. Happy Sunday.